In ancient times, humans were entirely dependent on nature. They ventured into forests to hunt, gathered fruits and plants, and sought shelter to sleep. Their lives were extremely uncertain. No one knew when a flood might come, when game would be found, or if food would be available. But one thing they learned quickly: water means life. Life is impossible without water. However, rivers did not just provide humans with water. Rivers brought food, fertile land, social rules, and the inspiration to build permanent settlements. When humans settled along riverbanks, their lives took on a new dimension. With food security assured, humans could reside permanently. Permanent settlements meant being able to protect children, build extended families, and develop villages and towns. Specifically, the Tigris-Euphrates and the Nile rivers played extremely important roles in the birth of civilization. The Tigris-Euphrates nourished Mesopotamia, while the Nile sustained Egypt. These rivers not only supplied water, but also deposited fertile soil during annual floods. This soil was ideal for farming. Even though the riverbanks were dusty and dry before the floods, after the floods, they transformed into lush, fertile land. In Mesopotamia, humans learned how to harness river water for agriculture. Life gradually shifted from hunting to a farming-based lifestyle. Beyond hunting and gathering, humans could now remain in one place. Permanent food supply helped them build larger families, protect children, and create small villages. This process marked the first step towards civilization. The Nile was a life-giver in the midst of Egypt's deserts. Egypt, located in the heart of a desert, became one of the most prosperous civilizations on Earth. Without the Nile, Egypt would have turned into an almost lifeless desert. The river provided water, fish, transportation, and fertile land for agriculture. The Nile flowed in such a way that the Egyptians almost considered it a deity. The Nile is our god. The early human lifespan was completely dependent on nature. Being near a river meant safety, food, and social support. The river was the center of society. People gathered here, exchanged information, and began the first forms of governance and rules. Small riverbank villages gradually evolved into larger towns. Rivers did not only provide food, they structured human life. During floods, humans learned when to sow seeds, how to irrigate, and how to store crops. This knowledge became the foundation of civilization. Over time, people built temples, markets, and administrative centers along the riverbanks. Mesopotamian civilization was the heart of Mesopotamia, along the Tigris-Euphrates. Here, humans built houses from bricks for the first time, invented writing, and organized society into classes. Cities like Ur and Uruk were not just settlements, but symbols of organized societies. Similarly, Egypt's Nile was famous for its predictable floods. Without the Nile, Egypt could never have achieved such prosperity. Early farming, navigation, fishing, and sustenance were all dependent on the river. The Nile not only provided food, but became the center of social rituals, religion, and politics. When humans settled along the rivers, they learned for the first time to plan for the future. Ensuring safety for children, storing food, and creating social rules all became possible along the riverbanks. This process marked the first cycle of civilization. The river also inspired human imagination. People observed the flow, the floods, fishing, and navigation, learning how to understand time and environment. This knowledge became an invaluable resource for future generations. From today's perspective, the world's first societies, laws, religions, and administration were all born along riverbanks. In Mesopotamia, the Sumerians invented writing, while in Egypt, the Nile's floods and agricultural control brought prosperity. Rivers shaped human life not just physically, but mentally and socially. Riverbank settlements taught humans how to organize life, ensure food, water, and safety. The first education, friendships, governments, and marks of civilization emerged along the rivers. Rivers are not merely water, they are birth givers of civilization. Living along rivers became the first step in humanity's long journey. Here, humans learned, survived, and built societies. The river's water was not only life-giving, but also taught humans planning, observation, and systematic farming. Early humans did not know how to grow crops or when to sow seeds, but annual floods of the river taught them when the land would be fertile and when to plant. Along the riverbanks, humans gradually realized that food and water alone were insufficient. They also needed order, rules, and social structure. For the first time, they understood that if everyone acted individually, villages or cities could not last. Settling along rivers taught humans cooperation, responsibility, and the importance of systematic planning. In Mesopotamia, small families came together to form villages. These villages gradually turned into larger cities. Every individual had a role. Some were farmers, some laborers, some artisans, and some priests or teachers. This early class division laid the foundation of civilization. Farmers produced food, artisans helped with construction and production, and priests provided moral and spiritual guidance. Settling along rivers also taught humans economic rules and trade. Rivers served as supply routes. Fish, crops, and other goods were transported via rivers. The first marketplaces and trade centers emerged. People realized that if everyone worked together and shared resources, life would be easier and more prosperous. In Egypt, the Nile was not only a source of food and water, but the basis of religion. People believed the Nile was a deity that gave life. Regular flooding taught them to maintain rituals, festivals, and religious ceremonies. These practices helped maintain social order.
Education and knowledge also emerged along rivers. People learned when to plant, when to irrigate, and how to preserve harvests. This knowledge was essential not only for sustenance, but also for social and religious activities. The river taught humans planning, cooperation, and life management. In Sumerian cities along the Tigris-Euphrates, every individual had a social role. Artisans built, farmers produced food, and administrators maintained order. Rivers taught humans how to use resources efficiently and sustain a society. In Egyptian riverbank villages, religious ceremonies and festivals were performed regularly. The Nile dictated their life rhythm. People learned that regular rituals and festivals symbolized social discipline and unity. This knowledge became an invaluable legacy for future generations. Rivers taught humans human values, cooperation, justice, and patience. Both Mesopotamian administration and Egyptian religious structure were aligned with the river's predictable flow and fertility. Rivers taught that when natural forces and human effort align, civilization thrives. Early cities were not just settlements, but centers of mental and social growth. Humans learned that if everyone helped each other, shared resources, and followed rules, society would succeed. The river was the teacher of this knowledge. Human imagination, knowledge, and social skills all emerged along rivers. Observing the flow, fishing, and navigation taught them how to adapt to the environment. Settlements along rivers taught humans how to organize society, maintain law and order, and use technology and nature to simplify life. This early education became the foundation for future civilization. Life in early cities included small families, markets, and temples, all of which collectively shaped economic, social, and religious life. The river was the central point of all this. Humans learned that rivers are not merely water, they are educators of all aspects of life. Rivers inspired humans' consciousness, teaching planning, cooperation, and organization. Settling along rivers taught people not only agriculture, but also the need for innovation and invention. In Mesopotamia, along the Tigris-Euphrates, humans dug canals, built dams, and devised irrigation systems to ensure regular water supply. This system not only eased agriculture, but also created the first social organization and administration. People learned where crops should be planted, when water should be given, and how to coordinate efforts. Villages gradually grew into cities. Cities like Ur and Uruk in Mesopotamia became examples of settlements with social life, governance, trade, and religion. Riverbanks hosted markets, temples, and administrative centers. In Egypt, the Nile served not just agriculture, but also transport and communication. People transported goods via boats. The Nile's abundance of fish became part of the early food culture. Along the riverbanks, humans realized the importance of cooperation. Planting crops, water conservation, and managing the river collectively strengthened society. For the first time, humans building permanent settlements discovered how to ensure family safety, secure children's food supply, and collaborate with each other. This knowledge became a priceless resource for future generations. In Mesopotamia, the first cities featured brick houses, temples, and administrative buildings. Here, people learned writing, accounting, and trade. Along rivers, humans evolved physically, mentally, and socially. In Egypt, riverbank villages were planned according to the flood cycle. People knew when to plant, irrigate, and harvest. The Nile taught them the importance of observation, planning, and compassion in improving life. Life was no longer just about sustenance, but also became the center of social and cultural life. The river stimulated imagination and knowledge. Humans observed the river's flow, fishing, and navigation, learning to adapt to the environment. Settlements along rivers taught humans how to organize society, maintain law and order, and manage resources effectively. This foundational knowledge became the bedrock of civilization.